In his 2005 landmark encyclical entitled God is Love, Pope Benedict XVI wrote, "Being Christian is not the result of an ethical choice or a lofty idea, but an encounter with an event, a person, which gives one's life a new horizon and a decisive direction." Jesus Christ allowed people to encounter him, and that encounter changed their life. Like, imagine with me Peter, who was a fisherman who read water and was able to read nature. He paid attention to what was. And as he saw Jesus Christ and met him, Peter was immediately in touch with his own sinfulness. He actually said to Jesus, "Depart from me, for I am a sinful man." And yet at the end of his time, at the end of that encounter with Jesus Christ, Peter's life was changed. He had a new horizon and a decisive direction. And 2,000 years later, we are still remembering him today. Let's imagine what it was like for Mary Magdalene, a beautiful woman with a beautiful heart, but a wounded heart that led her to look for love in lots of different spaces and places. Scripture paints that she was actually possessed by demons, and yet Jesus Christ entered into her life. She had an encounter with a person, and because of her encounter with Jesus, Mary Magdalene's life had a new horizon and a decisive direction. And imagine if this Lent you encountered a person, and that encounter with that person was so profound that by Easter Sunday, your life had a new horizon and a decisive direction. If that were possible for you, would you be interested in that right now? My name is Father Mark Toups, a priest of the Diocese of Houma Thibodaux in South Louisiana, and I want to invite you to join me on a journey here as we meet you in these videos week after week, a journey through the season of Lent. This year's Lenten Companion through Ascension will offer you an opportunity through daily meditations, through invitations to pray, through these weekly videos and other resources that will allow you to encounter the person of Jesus Christ. We are inviting you, but at this point of the invitation, it's important for you to make a decision on whether or not you are going to respond. And with that, I'd like to tell you a story about an old man who every day was in the middle of town feeding the birds. Known to have the answer to every question, there were these two teenagers who came up with a question that would stump the man. What they would do is they would get a bird, and they would put a bird behind their back, and they would ask the old man if the bird is dead or alive. So here's the journey. If the man says that the bird is dead, then all the boys have to do is open up the bird and he flies away, and the old man's wrong. If they say that the bird is alive, then all they have to do is squeeze the bird, throw the dead bird at the man's feet, and the man's wrong. These two boys grab a bird and they find the man in the middle of town where he is just feeding the birds. And they ask the old man, "Oh man, we have a bird behind our back. Is the bird dead or alive?" And the old man says nothing, looks off, and simply feeds the birds. The two boys are growing with indignation because I thought this was their time to stump the old man. And they asked him a second time, "Is the bird behind our back dead or alive?" And the old man simply looked off in the distance and kept feeding the birds. A third time, with their voices raised to get his attention, they said, "Oh man, we have a bird behind our back. Is the bird dead or alive?" And the old man, with great love and wisdom, looked them in the eye and said, "The answer to that question lies in your hands." Jesus Christ is inviting you to an encounter. We here at Ascension are inviting you to join us through the Lenten Companion into a journey that will help you encounter the person of Jesus Christ. The invitation is placed before you, and the answer to what your life would look like this Easter and the answer to what life would look like this Lent now lies in your hands. God bless you.